Hello everyone, we have already started instantaneous center method. So last time we saw how to handle a 4-bar mechanism, how to find out the ICs and how to make use of those ICs to find out the velocities of different points on the link. Now we will move further on the same lines, and now we take today a mechanism which is already shown here, which is a slider and crank mechanism. So there is some difference here in the sense that there is a slider here, and otherwise we are given a similar data where we are given the lengths of different links and then the angular velocity of one of the links, and we are asked to find out what is the angular velocity of link number 3 and the linear velocity of the slider number 4. So this is a typical problem consisting of slider, and we are now going to solve this problem by making use of IC method. So we begin like this. First we show the ICs which are available just by observation. So O12 is here, O23 is here, O34 is here, and what are the total number of ICs? For that we make a small chart like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 with 2, 1 with 3, 1 with 4, now 2 with 3, 2 with 4 and 3 with 4. So as you know, there are total 6 number of ICs supposed to be present. Now out of this, some ICs we find just by observation and the remaining ICs we find out by making use of the Kennedy circle. So 1, 2 we know, 2, 3 we have found out, 3, 4 also we have found out. Now in this case, we are also going to find out 1, 4 just by observation. Without IC method, we are supposed to find out where is 1, 4. Now how do you find out where is 1, 4? The question is, how do you find out where is 1, 4? Now to find out 1, 4, as such I am not going to tell you anything new. Whatever is already known to you, based on that, you should be able to find out where is the center 1, 4. Now for that, just make one note which we have already done earlier. Suppose we have already seen that suppose this is link number 2, and we know this is center O12. So how do you get this center O12 if it is not given to you earlier? You will be given velocity of one point like this, velocity of another point like this. So suppose you don't know where is O12, but you know the velocities of some 2 points on the link which are like this. Then you can identify where is this point O12 by drawing a perpendicular to the velocity vector, and the intersection is going to meet here, which is your center of rotation. Because this is the center of rotation and because this is the radius value, the velocities of these points are going to be perpendicular to the radius, and that is why they are like this. So we are doing it the reverse way. From the velocity vectors, drawing the perpendiculars, we get the IC which we already seen earlier. Now can you make use of this principle, this method, this theory to find out where is IC 14? What you will have to do for that? For that, you will have to show two such velocities of two such points. So I just draw this figure here. So there is one slider here which is called number 4, and this is 1, and we are asked to find out where is O14. So what do we do? What is the velocity of this point? It could be like this or maybe that way, but along the path. What will be velocity of this point? That also will be like this. So you have got the velocities of 2 points on the link. Here you have got velocities of 2 points on the link, and you have found out the center of rotation, O12. So if you are given the velocities of 2 points on link 4, you should be able to find out center O14. What do you do for this? What do you do here? Same thing you do here. See, most of the things, many of the times, you can see that any question when we are asked, we can compare that question with something which we already know, and then by comparison you get the answer. That happens many times. So here we do that. So draw perpendicular to the velocity vector, draw perpendicular to the velocity vector. So we have drawn these two perpendiculars. Now where these two perpendiculars will meet? These two parallel lines, the two parallel lines, they will meet at infinity. So these 2 points, they will intersect at infinity. So somewhere here or somewhere here down at infinity will be the center of rotation O14. So what do we write here? We draw one line like this and say that with two vectors we say that O14 at infinity, or it can be in this direction also, O14 at infinity. So that is the answer of where is O14. We have made use of this information. So O14 is also available by observation. It is there. Now having done this much, now can we find out the remaining two, O13 and O24. For that we draw a Kennedy circle like last time. So we draw Kennedy circle, mark 4 points just like last time. Then we join the points where the centers are known. 1, 2 is known, 2, 3 is known, 3, 4 is known, 1, 4 is known. So we are joining those points. Now we want to find out 1, 3. So we join 1, 3 by dotted line to start with. And then we say that for getting O13, we have to go to 1, 2, 2, 3. And 1, 4, 3, 4. So now these are the 2 points which we already know, 1, 2 and 2, that's why we have drawn this line. So join 1, 2 and 2, 3. 1, 2 here, 2, 3 here. So join them. We have joined 1, 2 and 2, 3. Next is you have to join 1, 4 and 3, 4. Now how do you join 1, 4 and 3, 4? 3, 4 is here. And 1, 4 is at infinity there. So from that infinity, if you draw a line, that line will come vertically down like this. So the line has come from O14 and it is passing from 3, 4. And this line is already drawn. So this is the position of O13 which we wanted to find out. So we have found out where is O13. It is here. So 13 is now known. You can make it dark. Now 2, 4. So O24, how do we find out O24? For that 1, 2, 1, 4, O12, O14 and 2, 3, 3, 4. 2, 3, 3, 4. So now where is 1, 2, 1, 4? 1, 2 here, 1, 4 here. Another 1, 2 here, 1, 4 here. So from that 1, 4 infinity, we draw a line like this. See, infinity is in this direction. It is not exactly above this, like that. It is in this direction at infinity. So we draw a line parallel to this line, vertical line, which has come from O14, which is at infinity, and it is passing from 1, 2. So it will be this line. So it is a line which has come from O14 and it is passing from 1, 2. So we are on this. Now the next is 2, 3, 3, 4. 3, 4 here, 2, 3 here. So the next line is like this. So we draw these lines and these lines give us the required point 24. So this will be O24. So we got point 24 also. So now you can see all the 6 points we have obtained. 4 are obtained by observation and 2 are obtained by Kennedy's circle. So at this time we know all the points. Now let us go ahead and find out the velocities of whatever are asked. Okay. So write this down, then we'll make some space. Okay, so we start with the velocities. So to find the velocities now for link 2. So consider link number 2. So velocity of 2, 3 you want to find out. So velocity of a point 2, 3, because 2, 3 lies on link number 2 and 3 also. Right now we say that 2, 3 is lying on link number 2. So velocity of 2, 3 is equal to omega of this link 2, which is given, and then the distance from O12 to O23. O12 is 2 with fixed link 1. 2 with fixed link 1. And 2, 3 is this point itself. Now both these things are known. Angular velocity is given. distance also you can measure, so you can get the velocity of 2, 3. What is the velocity of 2, 3? You will find out, and you can even show that there, which you have to show perpendicular. This is velocity of 2, 3. Okay. Now we go to link number 3. So for link number 3 now. So for link number 3, what do we write now? You can see this 2, 3 point belongs to link number 3 also. So we write now again velocity of O23. But this time we say that 2, 3 point is belonging to link number 3. So if it is on link number 3, according to that you have to write the equation. So if it is on 3, then it is rotating about O13. And the angular velocity has to be taken as omega of link number 3. So angular velocity of link number 3, 3, and then the distance from O13 to O23. See, we have found similar equation. Link was 2, so angular velocity 2, this is O12. Link is 3, angular velocity 3, O13. This is the point whose velocity you want to find out. So this is omega, this is r. So V is equal to omega into r. Okay. Now we are written it for link number 3. Now out of that, 3 parameters are there, velocity, omega, r. Out of that, V is already known. It's already found out earlier. Distance from O13 to O23. So this distance we already know. So what we don't know is angular velocity. So you can find out angular velocity of 3, so much radians per second, and the direction of this is, you can see O13 is here, the point on link number 3 is going like this. That means omega 3 is going to be this way. It is rotating clockwise. So you write here clockwise. So angular velocity of 3 has got magnitude this much, and it has got a rotation in the clockwise direction. Okay. So we have found out the answer of this. Angular velocity of 3 we have found out. Now what next? We want to find out velocity of slider. Now slider velocity is same as, see, you want to find out VC means you want to find out velocity of 0.034. Velocity of 0.034 is same as velocity of C, because this 034 is this point, and this slider or this point already we have called as C. So if you could find out velocity of this point, that is the velocity of C. Now how do we do that? Now 034 is a point which is on link number 3, and it is also on link number 4. So right now we are anyway in link number 3. So you can find out any other point on link number 3 whose velocity you want to find out. Suppose there is a point, let us say midpoint here, M. You are asked to find out what is velocity of M. What do you do here? Join M with the rotation center. Link number 3 is rotating about this point, imaginary point. So if you join this, that becomes R, and then the perpendicular, suppose I draw like this, and then I draw a perpendicular like this, then this becomes velocity of M. So velocity of any point on link 3 you can find out. So you will see that 3, 4 is also a point on link number 3. So what is velocity of 3, 4? It is equal to R into omega. Omega is this, omega 3, and R is this. So I'll write here. Let me write it here. So velocity of O34, what you want to find out, which is same as velocity of C, is equal to omega 3 and distance from O13 to O34. So we have done equation in the same manner like earlier. Now out of that, omega 3 we know, this is a distance from O13 to O34. So this also we know. So you can find out whatever is the velocity of this 3, 4. And since omega is like this, velocity of C is going to be towards left. So we have found out the velocity of this C, right? So this is the way we are making use of IC's method for finding out the velocity. Just jot this down, we'll learn something more also. Now there is something very, very interesting you are going to see here. In the case of slider problem, like a problem like this which is involving slider, this IC method has got lot of good applications. It's very interesting to make use of IC method, especially for a problem involving slider. What it does in this method, see, like we have already solved the problem. The problem is already solved. We have found out the velocity which are asked. But then what can also be done, say other way, is by making use of IC method, but by some other method, other approach, you can find out the velocity of slider directly. See, right now we have found out the velocity of slider by first finding out all this. We have done this, then this, and then we have come to this. First we have found out omega 3, and then we have found out the velocity. Now what we can also do is, you can find out velocity of slider if the omega 2 is given by some method which is, you can say, like a direct method. Now what that method means, just look here. Look at point O24. What can you say? Now listen this very carefully, very interesting it is. What can you say about point 24? There is one point O24 which is here. This O24 point, about O24 point, what can you say? Simple thing. What can you say about point say 23? It is a point which is on link number 2 and also it is on link number 3. And it is seen also that it is on link 2 and it is on link 3 also, because it is here. On the same lines, you can say that point 24 is a point which belongs to link number 2 and link number 4. So this point 2 lies on link number 2 and this lies on link number 4 also. Now can you see it lying on these two links? You will say that where it is lying. It is not lying on link number 2 or link number 4. It is somewhere else. So are we saying something wrong? We will find out whether it is right or wrong. Suppose we accept, for the time being, let us see, we accept this, that this 24 belongs to link 2 also and belongs to link 4 also. Now if this is the case, then can we write like this, saying that velocity of point O24, I will write here velocity of point O24 is equal to omega 2, in the same way, omega 2 distance from 1, 2 to 2, 4. Can we write like this? Why not? We can write, because we are written something similar every time. Velocity of any point, of this point belongs to 2 and 4 also. So if it is on 2, then its velocity is omega 2 distance from O1 to 24. So we can very well write like this. And if you write like this, then what is the next thing? Omega 2 is the one which we already know, is given. And this is the distance from 1 to 24 which is already known. So we know both the things, that means you can find out velocity of 24. So this point, velocity of this point, you can very easily find out. But I'll write here that we have found this out because we know everything. So we got the velocity of this point 24. Okay. Now, this O24 is a point which belongs to link number 2 also and it belongs to link number 4 also. Right now we say it is belonging to link number 2 and we have found out the velocity this much. Now can you say that it is the same velocity of this point if it is a part of link number 4? That means if this 24 is lying on link number 4, then also its velocity is same. That means velocity of 24 which you have already found out can be called as velocity of point C or velocity of point 34. So this point 34 which is point C and velocity of 24, so the velocity of both these points is same. Whatever is the velocity of this, same is the velocity of this. Because This is a point which belongs to 4 also. Now how it is that we will see after some time. So if it is a point on link number 4 also, then whatever velocity you get right now is the same velocity it has got if it is considered on slider number 4. So you have got the answer directly. So the whole problem what we have solved step by step can be solved just by this much. After finding out the ICs, when we started solving the problem by step method and we came to know the velocity of slider, we see that can be done by direct method just by doing this much, which is consisting of omega 2, because omega 2 is given, omega 2, and a point, so 2 is 2, and a point which is lying on slider. So 2 is the number of a link whose angular velocity is given, 4 is the number of a slider. So if you make a combination of 2, 4 and find out this point O24 and try to find out the velocity of O24, then that velocity 24 is same as if you are talking it on 2 or whether you are calling it on link number 4, and you got the answer like this by just this much. Very straightforward, very simple, nothing new. Whatever we have done, same thing we are doing here. Now the question which we have left half. All what we have discussed is under the assumption that O24 belongs to link 2 also and link 4 also. Like this 2, 3 belongs to 2 also, 3 also. And then its velocity is same whether it is on T2 or whether it is on 3. That is what we have done here. Same thing we are doing it for 2, 4, saying that it is on 2 also and 4 also. The only question is how. How can you agree that this point belongs to 2 also and 4 also? Now, just try to recollect what we have learned earlier. Nothing new. We are not going to talk anything new. We are just applying what we have learned earlier. See, earlier we have talked about one small concept of expansion of link. Do you know expansion of link? Now, under the concept of expansion of link, what it says that this link number 2, which has got a length so and so 40, is distinguished by what? Is it distinguished by its shape? Shape is important. Shape is given. No, only distance is given. That means from this point to this point, the distance has to be 40. That is the only condition. Rest of the shape, we have drawn it as a line, but it need not be a line. It can be anything. So, suppose I modify this line, modify the shape of the link number 2, and I say that the link number 2 has got a shape like this. This is the shape of link number 2. It is a resistant rigid body. That means it will not move like this. It will not deform like this. It is a very rigid body. But its shape is